Hey guys, welcome back to my OFTV channel. Make sure to subscribe to my OnlyFans and come say hi. Today we are going to be painting this forest mountain scene. I'm super excited to show you guys how I did it, so let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so I have started with covering my canvas in all white and black on the bottom. And then I am first going to make the sky. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my brighter blue color, tap it out. You do not need a lot of paint for this, guys. And I'm just going to start in the edges with little X strokes to make my sky. And it's really important to always prime your canvas with white because it really helps the paint blend. I use acrylic paint. Ooh, I use acrylic paint. You can use oil if you prefer that. I really like acrylic paint because it dries quickly and it's easy to take out of stuff. If I get it on my clothes or in anything where it's not on the canvas. Oh my goodness, you guys. I tried to do oil paint and I just struggled the whole time. And I have not tried since acrylic paint is my calling. But if you prefer oil paint, then do whichever one you prefer. Or maybe you just want a challenge. And I say go for it. So what's nice about oil painting is you can really take your time when you're painting, and especially when you're blending. With acrylic paint, you do not have that luxury. So I am blending to my heart's desire as quickly as possible because you can already notice the white is starting to dry, and we definitely don't want that because once the white dries, it's going to be a lot harder to blend. Okay, so I have just mixed together a tiny bit of black, a little bit of the lighter blue color, brown, and crimson, and I am going to make a big mountain. Okay, this is the part where I get nervous, but I'm just gonna face my fears and oh, there it is. There's the start of the mountain. Ooh, it's a big one. Tall mountain today. Okay. And then maybe a little. Whew, that was scary. Okay, now what we're gonna do is just drag all that extra paint down with our knife. And guys, just know when you are making these paintings, there is no right answer. It does not have to look like mine. Okay, the most important thing is that you did it and you finished the painting. Okay, because nature, there are no perfect straight lines, there are no perfect circles, there's no perfect color. Okay, so just accept nature is not perfect, and your painting, if you're painting nature, should not be perfect either. It's perfect because it's not perfect. Now I'm going to take a dry, clean brush and I'm just going to tap the color down so it blends a little bit. And I'm just blending the mountain into the back right here. Okay, now I'm going to add some white, a little bit of brown, and red. And you want to make sure you have a very light hand when you're highlighting. Just let the knife brush down. Now I'm going to do the shadow. So I'm going to take a little bit of white and a little bit of the mountain color and a little bit of blue. Mix those together. Okay. Now I'm going to let that just float down. Actually, I think you might want something a little lighter for a shadow. Oh, that's much better. Looks like a real shadow. And you guys, my knife is barely touching the canvas, okay? Like, you do not, and you should not press down very hard when you're doing this. Okay, so now I'm just going to use a dry brush to tap the bottom and blend out some of those highlights. Okay, so now I am going to create a tree line. I'm going to take a little bit of my yellow, a little bit of this yellow ochre, and then a tiny bit of my green. And this is just going to be in the background, so don't take these little trees too seriously. Going to mix together some brown, and it's still going to look black. It's just going to look like a more natural black. Now I'm going to add some closer up trees just by tapping like this. Now, very quickly, I'm going to take a dry brush and just tap that into the bottom to blend that. It's just going to look a little misty. And then I'm going to add a little bit of black to my original tree color to make it look darker with some green. Now we got to make some big decisions. I'm thinking of putting big tree right here. Ooh. Now the trick for trees, you guys, is just to have a ton of paint on your brush, because that's how you're going to get the best and most clear shape, and it won't start to mix with the background. See? Isn't that nice? I think we should do one on the other side. Ooh, that's nice. And yeah, as you guys can see, I want to make sure you have a lot of paint on the brush so the color of the tree stays the same. Okay, this tree is really in the front. See how far down he comes? I'm just pressing down the corner of that fan brush, guys. It's really not that much to it. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take a clean fan brush and I'm going to mix together a little bit of this yellow with my old green color. This is going to be a good highlight color for the trees. And I'm going to make sure just to put the highlight on one half of the tree. You don't want it to be on both halves because then it's not going to be clear where the light is coming from. Don't be afraid to press down pretty hard. Now I'm going to take that same color and I'm going to add just a little bit of green on a 1-inch brush. Make some bushes. Okay, guys, and that is the entire painting. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope it inspires you to paint something.